I'm doing a YouTube video. How much do you think I paid for the underglow? Shoot, like 20 bucks. It's like one of those USB utility lights. I just zip tied it on there. It look clean, don't it? Yeah, the white light. It's a utility USB light. $25. Just zip tied it on there. Right? Appreciate it. Yeah, Redemptive Cycles. So if you did not see that was a utility light, how much, like if it was darker and like the whole bottom end was like lit up like one of those expensive truck rigs, how much money do you think I would have put in that if you didn't see that?
At least $1,000 for ground effects. At least.
Dang, that mug $25 and look. If you're gonna be here on Trample, but
I will be here. I can't wait to see it in the dark.
it's gonna look cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me redo that.
Why?
There we go. That was kind of a weak handshake. Hey, what's up YouTube? Got me a different truck. It's a long story, but I ain't gonna go into all that. But today I'm gonna show you how to install good looking underglow for less than $30 and being able to install it in less than a minute. But pretty much it's real simple. It is redneck as shit, but let me tell you, it works. Okay, over here is one of those LED USB chargeable work lights from Walmart, and I just simply zip tied it to that little post right there. See? It's just a simple work light. Literally bought the work light, zip tied it on there, instant underglow, son. Don't need to know any wiring. Nobody can tell it's a damn work light unless they ride up on it. Bam, son. That's how you do that shit. And in the future, if you want to charge it, if you want to do the easy way, you just cut that, charge it in your truck. But in the next video, I'm gonna show you how to hook up a USB charger, just like your car charger, cigarette lighter. Just hook it up to the positive, negative. You don't even need a switch, but you can add a switch. But if you leave it on there charging, it's not gonna kill the battery. It's not gonna kill the battery, especially a battery of this size. But that's how you do that. That's how you install underglow for cheap. All you need is a zip tie, one zip tie. Zip tie it on there. And it's about dusk. It's a little bit brighter than dusk, and it's pretty damn bright. But just wait until it gets darker. Here is a better look of that light I got. It's by Ozark Trail Outdoor Equipment, but it can be a camping light, work light. As you can see, it is charged by USB, and it's used as a power bank, and it even tells you how much the battery is. See, 100% medium, low. All you're gonna need is the light, a zip tie or more depending on the truck, and something to cut it with, and not even that. And there's multiple places you can put it. For my vehicle, the best place to put it is like right on this, up under this crossbar, and you just simply make sure you don't zip tie it on any hoses that lead to your AC or any electrical wires when you zip tie it. And there we have it. Clean, fresh, seamless underglow. Without spending a shit ton of money, or a shit ton of time, shit ton of tools, or needing any wiring experience. And you can see it pretty far. Alright, YouTube. Let me see. Yep, she's still glowing. There's the USB cable. And I completely forgot about whenever it rains. Because I was like, yeah, if I go off-roading, I can just unplug the cord. But then again, it can still get wet. So what I did is I simply mounted the USB charger in the fuse box. so it's nice and waterproof. And I don't know, I might add it to this video, or I might do an update on this setup for next video. But I'm gonna also take some like E6000 or some epoxy and seal that, because whenever you unplug it and close the hatch, it's actually waterproof. And the cool thing about this is, if you have one that both ports working, if you need to charge your phone without leaving the keys in, you can take the cover of the fuse box, mount it right there or wherever, or you can just kind of put it inside your truck and just lay your phone down like that, close the hood. See, my phone's charging. And another thing, when you do want to charge your phone, you want to make sure the cord doesn't get pinched by the hood of engine bay, and that especially goes with the USB cord that goes to your light. You don't want it to get pinched. You don't want it to get pinched by anything. You don't want it near any moving parts or any parts that are hot. So pretty much anywhere where the factory wires go, see, that's a factory wire harnessed and housing, you can basically run it like that, because they designed it so it's near anything that's hot or that's moving. Alright, and this is how you're going to charge that utility light or USB powered light. All you need is a random piece of wire. Make sure you know which end is positive and negative. You want to pick a wire that has either a stripe or it has different colors, so you know which end is which. On the outside of the car charger, this is the negative. This is the ground. This is the positive. And what I'm going to be doing is, basically, for my purpose, I'm going to use the stripe as a positive. If you want, you can use the stripe for the negative, but I use the stripe for the positive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie that on to that pin. That's going to be the hardest one, so I'm probably going to have to strip it a little bit more, like around there. And then this is going to be zip tied around the outside, which is the negative pole, and that will secure it. And of course, you want to take some electrical tape, tape it around the whole socket. Okay, I have it zip tied on there. I would recommend doing a negative first, because it's easier. And you can take your pliers for some extra grip and kinda pull it tighter if you don't have a tie gun. And then you want it to take the end and trim it as close as you can, like that, so it looks something like that. Negative, you want to strip it about 2 inches, enough to cover both contacts, because some of these, only one side is connected to ground. And when you do zip tie it, you want to use the bigger zip tie, the same zip tie you use to mount the light bar or the utility light. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're going to take it and go under the positive. I'm trying to hurry up, I'm running low on space. That's 1 connected, and that's 2 connected. So for E6000. Alright, so out of everything, that's going to be the most difficult part, is zip tying the negative to both ends. Some of zip tie it like that. Take you some electrical tape. And wrap it around the car charger, like so. You can probably use these thinner zip ties for this, is to zip tie it around the electrical tape to make sure that the electrical tape won't come undone and leave any bare wires exposed. Like so. Now everything is nice and trimmed. That's what it looks like. So you got zip ties underneath connecting the wires to the terminals, and the negative is connected to both terminals. Zip tie the wire to the charger to make sure it doesn't move. Electrical tape it, and then zip tie to make sure the electrical tape doesn't move. When you charge it, make sure it's a black cord so it blends in. If it's a white cord, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. I have this negative zip tied. I have the positive zip tied. And you want to wiggle it to make sure it doesn't spark, which is not sparking. And it's completely on. So after that, just take your, if it has a cap on it, put the cap back on. You know, if I can find where the damn thing goes, would be nice. Make sure it's still on. Give it a little tug. Everything's working. And what I'm gonna do, and zip tie around any solid metal surface, or any, you can zip tie it on that, but I'd be careful not to tie it too tight. That's how you install cheap underglow lights for your car, truck, and SUV. Only downside is you can't turn it on and off inside the cabin unless you just completely take the battery out of that light and just unplug it from the console, which could be a cool idea, but that defeats the purpose of it being cheap and efficient, cheap and easy. And even wiring that thing was a bit of a pain in the ass, but that's how you do that. Thanks for watching. Peace.